What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Definitely glad to be back. I had to take a day break, you already know. But definitely have to check this out. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, thank you, Whoopi. I was in the courtroom yesterday, and as many of you know, this is a federal case. It's a racketeering case. It's a human trafficking case. He's accused of a lot of sex-related crimes, and I was a former sex crimes, human trafficking federal prosecutor, and so this is what I did for a living. And I will tell you that
I'm not gonna lie, she said it so many times, bro.
Probably the most disturbing case I've ever heard in my career. And what happened yesterday was interesting because there were opening statements by both the government and the defense, and I think the defense gave probably one of the best opening statements I've heard. And the defense's theory of the case is that Sean Combs is violent. He is a complicated man. He's has committed domestic violence. But this is a case about jealousy and infidelity and a money grab. And it's not, and it's also a case about consensual threesomes. And so
What about the trafficking?
They said that there was no human trafficking. This is all consensual. And it was very interesting. It was a very good opening statement.
I feel like what they trying to do right now is just to justify. Like they're trying to make him out to be like he's definitely like, I don't know, using more so excuses. Using more so excuses, and that's what burns me up about this whole thing, because let me tell y'all something. And this what burns me up about everything. And I know everybody is going to look at the simple fact of you really can't say that and don't try to do that reckless and this, that, and other. But I'm going to be real with y'all. Just because this is, obviously this is Diddy, it's something else. It's always the but. He's in trouble for this, and they're saying this, and they're saying that. And then Sonny goes, but. It's no buts. Dude is sick. I mean, it's common sense. And it's all out there.
I will say, to give you some color in the courtroom, Sean Combs is not the person that we used to see out there. He looks very much like a defeated mogul. He's all gray because you can't have hair dye in federal detention. He looks like he's dressed like Mr. Rogers. He's got sort of like a gray sweater. He's walking feebly. That could be a defense tactic. And he has a lot of support in the courtroom. All of his children were there, except for one, because he had a child in 2022, but his 6 children were there. His mother was there. Misa Hilton was there, which is one of the mothers of his children. And so there was a lot of interaction, and he was very, very engaged in his case. He was writing down notes on orange stickies, passing it to attorneys.
That's what I'm saying. So like, why are they making this man out to be like he's just, they feel sorry for him or something? Because that's like the vibe that I'm getting from Sonny right now. It's the vibe that I'm getting from Sonny right now. Like, she's saying all his family members, his sons were there, and bro, that don't matter.
Would not close their examination of witnesses until he said.
I notice in a lot of domestic abuse cases, they sort of say, well, she stayed with him for 11 years.
I heard that part, Joy, and I felt like I thought in 2025 we should be back past the victim shaming, saying these were grown women who stayed. But anyone knows that when there's a victim involved, there's abuse, there's a psychology to that.
And I'm assuming that the Cassie is going to testify today. Her testimony begins today. I'm going to leave after the show to go see her testimony. That is classic survivor behavior. You stay in this type of violent relationship, while the defense is arguing it was consensual, it is difficult to prove that it is non-consensual. But I think the government will try to do that.
And by the fact that she stayed all that time,
they have to have an expert will explain that dynamic.
I actually had the same takeaway in just reading the transcripts of Sonny. This is one of the most high-powered defense teams. If you know defense prosecutors, these are the best of the best. And they're doing a really good job acknowledging this is a deeply flawed person. He was into sexual things that might make you uncomfortable. They admitted openly he is a domestic abuser. But what I think the prosecution is going to be able to do today with Cassie Ventura's testimony is have her speak to how those acts were not consensual. And on the trafficking side of things, that she was denied her personal freedom. And we all saw that famous video of her trying to get out of the hotel, and he is kicking her.
Why is Whoopi looking like that? I mean, don't y'all just find it odd? Don't y'all find it, especially like a Whoopi, like she looks like just disgusted with what Alyssa is saying right now. Like Diddy is her son or something.
We all saw that famous video of her trying to get out of the hotel, and he is kicking her and abusing her.
I want to mention that too, because they showed that video yesterday, and they showed it over and over.
I'd like them to stop showing the video.
Yes, it was
on
very
television. This is all I'm going to say about any of this. It's like
it's a reason why I have something pulled up. It's a reason why I got something pulled up right now. I got a picture pulled up, and I seen it. And people always tag me on stuff on X. If y'all can look me up on X. I think it's at LifeWithRecklezz. Y'all can my Instagram is I'm the Reckless. If y'all ever send anything, LifeWithRecklezz@yahoo.com. Always get different things, and I had got this picture, and I found it very odd. And now that I'm watching this video, I find it even more odd how Whoopi is acting. She's saying, "I want them to stop playing the video." They need to play that video over and over and over. And y'all want me to tell you why? I feel like they need to play that video over and over and over, because it shows how disgusting this man was, what he did. Obviously for the jury to see, for others to see, and for Whoopi to say that, I feel like that's a little bit odd. To stop showing the video.
Any of this, it's like. We know.
And this woman's been through just absolutely
hell.
It was very, very disturbing. I will say, racketeering cases are really hard to prove.
That's what I wanted to ask you, Sunny. Do you think they overcharged what they could prove after hearing that opening statement?
Yeah, the case has just begun. The first two witnesses could have been defense witnesses. I don't think that they were helpful to a racketeering case. The government has to prove that Sean Combs had this bad boy records and the liquor and all the branding, and he used that as a criminal enterprise to traffic women and commit sexual abuse. And it's a stretch. It's a really hard case to prove. But it's an 8-week trial, so maybe they will be able to do that.
Because a lot of people have made parallels to Harvey Weinstein, but I think a much more accurate parallel is Jeffrey Epstein, where he's being accused of it being this.
I'm actually glad that the photo that people tag.
Parallel is Jeffrey Epstein, where he's being accused of it being this vast criminal network of abusing women. And I'd be curious from your perspective, are they kind of holding on to the paper trail and the money trail? Because I didn't hear that come up yesterday, and that's the core to that trafficking and criminal enterprise part.
I think we will hear more information about the money. There was a witness yesterday that testified that he was paid for sex with Cassie while Sean Combs watched in the hotel room. He was paid anywhere between $700 and $4,000. The problem that I saw there is that the money came directly from Cassie.
Yeah, they have to link it to him.
They have to somehow link it to him. I suspect that, if they charge it this way, most federal prosecutors win 97% of their trials, and so there must be evidence to support these charges. But it's from what I can see at this point, it's going to be a difficult case to prove.
And by the way, it's so.
See, and that's the thing, though. This is the thing that I absolutely hate, y'all. I feel like if it wasn't Diddy, if it wasn't somebody that, and y'all know I hate throwing race in this, but I guarantee, bro, if it was somebody different, if it was somebody white, bro, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Sonny would be acting totally different. I don't care what nobody say. If it wasn't Diddy and it was somebody else, Sonny would act in a different way. Because the vibe that I'm getting here from Sonny, from Joy, and especially from Whoopi, is that it's like they're mad at the fact that Diddy is going through this. They're mad at the fact of what he did, and just like Whoopi said, stop showing the video and stop. I find it all weird. I really do. I go here and I see on why. I see on why. Whoopi is acting a certain way. She actually had a relationship with taking a picture with Harvey, as y'all can see, and with Diddy. So she actually had or not have a relationship. you know, and I find it pretty wild. I absolutely find it pretty wild, you know, that they're actually, and I really can't even say that I'm surprised. You know, I actually cannot say that I'm surprised after seeing that and seeing people tag me in different things, and that's why I wanted to touch base on this video.
Brave of Cassie to be testifying today on the stand while he's in the courtroom.
She's 8.5 months pregnant.
She's about to give birth.
Gosh, I didn't realize that. And then incredibly intimate, brutal things she had to endure. And you know, I really hope she gets the justice she deserves.
We're going to be
one last thing about the jury. I think the jury is really important. It's a very diverse jury. There are 12 men on it, 8 women. That's because there are 6 alternates. It's diverse socioeconomically, it's diverse by race, it's diverse by gender, it's multi-generational. When the older people, I watch juries, I think cases are won and lost by during jury selection, actually, and the older people were very concerned about a lot of the disturbing sexually explicit details they heard. The younger people, not so much. And so I think there may be a generational aspect to jury deliberations.
Well, I also think there's certain things people just don't want to see you do.
Yeah.
They don't want to see you kicking a woman down the hall.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear someone testify and say, well, you know, we got a call saying this was going on and he offered me money and I had to turn the money down. You know, people don't want to hear a woman down the hall.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear someone testify and say, well, you know,
I would absolutely want to hear that. I would absolutely want to hear that just for the simple fact of I need to know what all is going on. I need to know everything. I feel like right now they protecting him, bro. That's what I feel like. I feel like right now they're protecting him, especially Whoopi. I feel like this is more of a protection of what she's saying. You know, protecting him on live on ABC on The View. That's what she's that's what it's giving off of more protection when it comes down to it, and that's what's bothering me a lot. It's bothering me a lot, bro, that she's really sitting here doing this. People don't want to hear that. I mean, I'm sure y'all would. Just for the simple fact of, okay, this is what happened. Because now I'm telling y'all, bro, it gets sicker.
Yeah.
Whoopi is
they don't want to hear someone testify and say, well, you know, we got a call saying this was going on and he offered me money and I had to turn the money down. You know, people don't want to hear that. So
some of the problem is they didn't charge him with domestic violence.
No.
But the jury still doesn't want to necessarily see a woman being
nobody
abused
wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. And it's an 8-week trial and you'll be there.
Me personally, you know, they said women, you know, obviously I'm a man, but I don't know. How do y'all feel? Is this something that you want to see, especially, you know, with being on a jury and stuff like that? Is that something that you want to? Me personally, I feel like, yes, you need to see what's going on. I mean, believe it or not, and it will be an uncomfortable feeling. I mean, if you have a soul, bro, like it's pretty. Things can be pretty graphic. I mean, things can be pretty sad. But at the end of the day, you obviously need to see what's going on. You need to see what the type of person that he is. You know, you need to see all of that. And I feel like that is one of the most important things to do, is to have people that's testifying, saying what really went on, showing the videos, this, that, and the other. For them to sit here in these seats and say that they need to stop showing the video and Whoopi protecting him is absolutely insane to me. But I can't be surprised seeing who it's coming from. Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts on this video. Stay tuned for the next video drop today. Definitely a banger. You already know I drop nothing but bangers. Catch y'all next one.